Thursday here in the studio. Let's turn the mics on and keep the fun rolling as we welcome in on Sara's Partyline. Partyline today brought to you by Wimmer Opticians and Chiropractic Connection. It is a soil and water type of day with Dennis, Chris, and a guest. Good morning, Dennis. How are we doing today?
We are doing fantastic. I just love this time of the year.
Big fall guy?
Yeah, I love fall. The fall colors, the harvest of both crops and wildlife, and it's also Oktoberfest.
Well, Chris, it took, what do we got? 9:17. It took 30 seconds for him to start talking about beer. Who would have thought, right?
Absolutely. I mean, what did you expect? I'm surprised he didn't start out. It's Oktoberfest time. I was just boom right off the top of it. I was kind of.
He was 30 seconds late in your.
In my opinion, he was 30 seconds late in it.
That's good. But I mean, you're right. The cool mornings, nice afternoons. The days get a tad shorter, but just a beautiful time of year. And boy, we've been blessed here in September.
Yeah, it's fantastic. This week is definitely warm. Next week it's going to cool off, but continue to stay dry. And hopefully we'll see the Gophers win a game yet this year.
I don't know about this weekend.
Not this weekend. not at Michigan. But, well, maybe they'll play a tough game.
Still 0-0 right now. Look at him. He wants the microphone so bad. And
they couldn't beat Iowa.
They could not beat Iowa.
Here we go.
Floyd heads south.
Yeah.
Boo.
Boo.
It's going to be a bad year in this studio with this guy. So, Dennis, you brought a guest in today.
Yes. I'd like to have Kelsey Tufto introduce herself and talk a little bit about where she came from and education and how she ended up in our office.
Welcome aboard, Kelsey. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
I didn't know it was Ugly Sweater Day. But
oh, my God. Yeah, you got to tell the listeners what she's wearing.
She, on the week the Vikings play the Packers, is wearing a Green Bay Packers sweater. So, are you from the other side of the cheese curtain or what?
All my family is from Wisconsin.
Okay.
So, I'm a dedicated Packers fan.
Well, I can't knock you for that. You were born into it.
Yes.
They spoiled you. Not the cool kind of spoiling, like the milk spoiling from birth. But, Kelsey, where are you from?
I am from Zimmerman, Minnesota.
Okay.
And
Go Thunder.
Yes, Zimmerman Thunder. There we go. I graduated from Minnesota State University, Mankato, with a Bachelor's of Science degree in geology. During that time, I was a boat inspector, working with invasive species and educating the public on that. During my senior year, I had a capstone experience where I was a hydrologist intern out at the Pulp Soil and Water Conservation District. Worked out at the Rochholt Farm, implementing different conservation practices that we use. Cover crops, crop rotation, Kernza, different nitrogen rates, and irrigation methods. So.
Jeez, how'd she get hired with that resume?
Yeah.
That definitely helped.
I was going to say, Kelsey, so Zimmerman High School, Minnesota State Mankato, 2 weeks now at Soil and Water?
2 weeks.
And you've taken Dennis's parking spot every day or just most days?
Every day.
Good job. Proud of you. Again, probably why she got hired.
Us short-timers, we moved to the back of the parking lot and let the new folks sit up front.
There you go. You bike from your parking spot to the front door?
I'm not that far away.
Not that far away.
A bike is a little bit aggressive. It's more of the wheelchair thing with a little bit of walker type.
Oh yeah, you got the tennis balls on the bottom.
Yeah, to help him get to the office. We're very careful. We don't want him to trip and fall and break a hip. Or
Winter's coming. We got to get that salt and sand.
Winter's coming.
Winter's coming. Kelsey, with you went to Minnesota State Mankato. Did you have aspirations to work outside, working maybe soil? You did. Okay.
Always did. That was always a big part of my dream, was working outside and helping the environment in some way or another. So. And
then a science teacher in high school led you down your path, or the guidance counselor? How did you come about?
No, honestly, it was a geology professor that really got me into it and interested in it, and we had a meeting together, and that led me to deciding that would be my career path.
And then Pope County was your internship?
It was.
So was that just a summer, or how long were you in Pope County?
It was from May to November.
Oh, okay.
So planning season and then the end of the year.
Sure.
So, yeah.
What are you looking forward to here in Stearns County? Just meeting local growers and implementing some new practice? Or?
Exactly. I cannot wait to get to know everyone around the county and really learn some new things.
When had you been to Stearns County a ton? Zimmerman's not exactly the other side of the world, but it is, a little farther away. Have you been to the area?
Yeah, a little bit. More so just the St. Cloud area and kind of based around here.
And you've now realized that Dennis knows everyone in the county.
Oh yeah.
In 2 weeks of working on the job. Yeah.
Everyone in the office knows everyone in the county.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you'll get there.
Yes.
The resource manual will always kind of be at your disposal. Well, Kelsey, with 2 weeks in, is it just kind of getting your bearings at this point, or have they put you to work?
It's really just getting my bearings right now. I've been able to get out to a couple farms and get to meet some producers, and that's been really helpful. But otherwise, I've just been able to enjoy everyone's presence in the office and start some training.
Dennis, what is our plan for young Tough Toe here?
We've got a lot of dollars coming for soil health practices like cover crops, nutrient management, crop residue management, grazing management. So those activities will have to require some technical assistance with farmers that would like to give it a go. And Kelsey will be working with our experienced staff, getting up to speed, and then by hopefully next year she'll be helping these folks by herself, going out solo and assisting farmers that would like to implement some conservation practices.
When you look at that from a whole, Kelsey, and hearing that that's kind of what your day-to-day operations is going to be, helping farmers on a day-to-day basis and trying to get them some money and with conservation practice, that'll work, right? That's kind of what you had in mind?
Oh, yes. I am so excited.
Having the opportunity, these guys talk to, everybody's different. It's a case-by-case basis. Just learning and meeting these local growers is going to be kind of the straw that stirs the drink, basically, to get you through the door.
Exactly.
Mr. Fuchs, what are you giggling about?
The straw that stirs the drink.
There you go. You like that?
I haven't heard that one before, but I like it.
Well, I had to get it onto his level. You can't really stir beer, I guess, but
No.
getting to the cocktail. So, Mr. Fuchs, when you look at Kelsey's new opportunity here, it's exciting for you kind of too to recapture that those early days.
Yeah, bringing on a new member on our team that's got the youth and ethics and motivation to assist our producers. It's exactly what we're looking for on our team. Kelsey's a people person and really wants to make sure that the service she provides results in a product that they're happy with, and that's what it's all about, is delivering conservation and having a satisfied producer. And that's what she's going to do. And she's, I was telling her on the way out, it takes a while to get onboarded and to learn all of the activities that are associated with your job. But after a year, I'm expecting great things, and I know she will deliver.
Well, no pressure, right? Kelsey, when he talks about, keeping you busy, and how did you find the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation? Just they had a job opening and application in?
Had a job opening, and with my previous background at the Pope Soil and Water Conservation District, I knew I wanted to go back into something like this. So
Sure.
Worked out perfectly.
When are there still openings, Dennis? Or
yeah, we actually do have another opening. This position is for an engineering technician or an engineer in training, which would be a future professional engineer. But we got two tracks here. I'm visiting with Ross Riefenberger, our professional engineer on our team, that would be the supervisor of this person. He thought that if we could find a engineering technician that had some experience and job authority to design grass waterways, water and sediment control basins, that would be a good route. Or if there's somebody out there that's recently graduated with a 4-year degree that would like to be a professional engineer, which they're classified as engineer in training, so they have to have so many years of experience and then pass an exam to become a professional engineer. That would be the other route. So it's kind of a unique opportunity. If there's folks out there that are in the engineering field with a 2-year degree that know how to survey and design using AutoCAD, those folks are welcome to put and more than welcome to put an application in. Or if you're a recent graduate from a 4-year degree in civil engineering or a related field, you also would be welcome, and we would welcome your application to be part of our team. So, yeah, and that is open right now, and it closes October 14th. So we still got a couple weeks for folks to get their application in. And if you're interested and would like to learn more about it and just You can visit our website. You would just Google Stearns County SWCD, and you'll see a job application or opportunity right on our website. Or give me a call, and we can visit more about it. And office phone number 320-251-7800 extension 3, and we can talk more about the conservation engineer or engineering technician opportunity we have in our office right now.
Kelsey, what was your degree in?
Geology.
Okay. And you took me back. I don't hear that a ton.
No.
I mean, how many people have a geology degree in your office, would you say?
I think she's the only one. We have a lot of environmental studies. I've got a master's in soil science, which would be the crust of the geology scene, but not many. And that's the one thing when you have a team like we do here at Wade Park, bringing diverse degrees together, it really results in a very wide delivery of experience and knowledge to our landowners. So having that geology experience is going to be beneficial.
When you think geology, soil and water, I mean, there's a pairing there.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Talk about what you're excited about for geology here in Stearns County.
Being able to look at the soils at all the farms and being able to give my own input on, what I find or what I see out there.
Sure.
So hopefully I can assist with that and be a good partner along the way.
Just got to get her the lay of the land, right? Get out to old Western Stearns and show her where. Have you brought her back to the home place yet, Dennis?
I have not.
What the heck? You'll get her. You'll get there though.
Yeah, she's definitely been to Western Stearns County though, and we actually had a field day here a couple weeks ago.
Nope.
No, she was not at that.
Pre
Kelsey. That was
Yes.
Isabella Carpenter, the other employee that was recently hired, was at that field day. So, sorry, it's hard to keep track of these new staff onboarding right now. And see, it was Nolan Notch on Chris's team. Our Forester was here at the last show too.
45-second recap of the field day. Go, Dennis.
Oh, we had a demonstration with Stephanie McLean from NRCS, an actual rainfall simulator on samples that were collected from soil health fields and non-soil health fields. And you could see how the infiltration rates improved with soil health practices, and where you did not have soil health practices, you had more runoff, less infiltration, and they had large jars collecting the water off of these pans that we were simulating rainfall. And it's just amazing the amount of sediment that moved off these fields without the soil health practices.
Real quick, Chris.
What are some of those soil health practices, Dennis?
Cover crops, crop residue management, nutrient management, crop diversity. Keep it green if you can.
Chris is going to host this show someday. I can feel it. It's on Sarah's Party Line here on your Thursday. We take a break right now for news, weather, and markets.
Minnesota.
Party Line today brought to you by Wimmer Opticians and Chiropractic Connection. Joined in studio by Chris, by Dennis, and by Kelsey. Joining me here today. Little soil and water, little NRCS. Speaking of NRCS, I'd be remiss not to ask you about some job openings, sir.
Yeah, we have a few. We have a few on the agency in Minnesota wide, and we're always looking for good soil cons. We've had conversations about positions that are opening. You go to usajobs.gov and you can look for those openings. Some of them that are coming out, they've been rotating soil conservationists and soil con techs about every other month. And there's going to be potentially a direct hire opportunity, which means very simply that if you have a resume and a transcript, that if you can get it to an NRCS staff person and get some good references, that there's a good potential you could possibly get hired on with the agency. We're right now, we had an update, we're at 320-ish employees in the agency, and we're looking to be up around 390 to address the dollars that we have coming in from IRA and just basically the conservation work we're doing. It's really been growing here in Minnesota, so to get it all implemented and to work with producers and provide the best customer service, we got to have the people that can get the job done, and that's kind of what we're out there looking for now, is just folks who are recently graduated or soon to graduate.
You've always talked what a great resume booster that position could be.
Yes, and if you can get into internships, there's a Pathways internship. Those should be posting on USA Jobs. as an opportunity. If you're Central Lakes College, where Kelsey went to Mankato, it's an option. I don't know if you all remember talking with Rachel Fisher. She was from Mankato, and she was on a CLC internship. So if you're a college student looking for opportunities, those two types of internships are really good opportunities to get on and basically kind of test drive us to see if we fit into your world. And that's really the important part. If we don't fit into your world, then it's not going to be a good match. So it's really a great opportunity to test drive it and see if we do. And then if we do, then we can take the next steps.
Kelsey Tufto, when you were looking for an internship, were you kind of placed, or was it something that you got to choose yourself?
I got to choose it myself.
Okay.
So, yeah, my geology professor gave me a bunch of different options, and the pulp, soil, and water one really stood out to me. And that was the only one I applied for, and I had a great interview with Holly, and it just ended up working out for me.
Refresh my memory where Pope County is.
Glenwood,
okay.
Minnesota.
Gotcha. So, kind of in our neighborhood here with the opportunity straight west. So you getting a chance to get to Pope County, get to meet some residents there. Talk a little bit about Chris was mentioning how valuable these internships were. I got to assume you're saying the same thing.
Oh, definitely. I think it's a great opportunity, and it looks amazing on a resume. Just in being able to, really dive into the, government sector of a job, and it's just a great opportunity. I advise anyone to do something like it.
Sure.
When we were revealing the applications for the conservation planner position that we filled with Kelsey, when we saw the Pope Soil Water Conservation District experience, that definitely piqued our interest big time. And, similar with what Chris was talking about with the NRCS experiences, any of those type of experiences, if you like to work at a soil water conservation district or a NRCS in the future, getting that on your resume is a huge opportunity builder for the applicant.
And Chris, you guys don't discriminate either. You don't have to intern here locally. You've had interns who've interned nationwide come to your office.
Correct, and it's just the opportunity of having the internship. And like I said, it gives the students an opportunity to test drive us and see how we fit into their world, and it gives us an opportunity to get to know them and to kind of provide them with the basic experience. Like when Rachel and Michael were here, they were doing CRP status reviews all summer. So they basically spent a majority of when it wasn't raining out in the field identifying grass species and tree species. So they spent a lot of time out there just working with what's been planted and how it's been planted and reviewing those. So there's a lot of different opportunities. They job shadowed our engineers and our other soil cons in the office to kind of see what they were doing and what their job entailed. And it's really, like I said, it's really a great opportunity. They get to meet everybody in the office and see what each one of the positions do, which is good because that can kind of help them direct their education to kind of where do they want to go or where do they want to fit in.
Such a benefit for your staff as well, too, Chris, getting more boots out into the fields to get out and help local growers and stuff like that, because the more the merrier for your office.
Correct. And it also is a benefit for the more seasoned staff in the office because it gives them an opportunity to teach and educate the younger folks on how to do things and what to look for on the farm, which kind of helps them kind of ground themselves back to, hey, this is the reason why I'm in this job, and they can start to share that experience and kind of maybe even get a little bit more excited about, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing and this is why I'm doing it, and this is a great thing, and I'm going to share this with new people who are coming in and letting them know that, hey, this is a great career.
USAjobs.gov, the best avenue to get moving there?
USAjobs.gov is the best avenue for a natural resources conservation service position. And then if you're looking for working at soil and water conservation districts, you can always reach out to Dennis and those folks, and they'll be able to help you.
Mr. Fuchs, to think that your office has been open for 75 years and you were there for 73 of them, that's insane.
Not quite. 28 years.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be 29 in March. But yes.
Got a big party coming up, though.
Yes. We got an open house coming up on October 8th. That's Tuesday, and it's going to be from 2 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. It's going to be at the Wade Park Service Center. One of the conferences rooms is going to be reserved for this. So if you come in on the south side of Marketplace Mall, you'll see a conference room 126 right there. Come on in. We're going to have some refreshments and some cookies for you guys to enjoy. And no RSVP is needed. Just show up. We're going to be celebrating 75 years of being in existence. And we were actually created in 1949. And like you said, I've been there for several of those years. And so we're inviting all of our former staff, supervisors, our NRCS partners. It's going to be a great opportunity.
Reunion, basically, huh?
Yeah, it's a big reunion. And we're hoping that a lot of the landowners that we've worked with in the past can take time to join us and celebrate 75 years of doing conservation in the county. And it's been a great 75 years.
And if you do the math, Dennis has been there for over a third of that time.
That's crazy.
Not quite half, but more than a third.
Yeah.
So
I do want to mention also, it's a busy time of the year, from 2 to 4, in the afternoon when harvest and a lot of activities are happening. We are also going to take this celebration over to the Backshed Brewery.
Shocker.
For a happy hour. And so we'll have a couple beers there, and they'll be out of your own pocket. But
so if you miss the afternoon stuff, come to the evening stuff.
Yeah, the Backshed Brewery is where we're going to take it afterwards, and that'll be fun to have a libation and visit a little bit more about some of the projects that have been implemented. Talk about how the Vikings destroyed the Packers on Sunday, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, and the beauty of it is an opportunity to talk with talking with local growers. That's what you guys love to do.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I've learned that this could be actually referred to as a shindig.
Ooh.
Yes, and the official name for it is a lively party.
Not a soiree.
No, it's a shindig.
It's a shindig.
Not
Gotcha.
a gala, it's a shindig. So just letting everybody know it's a shindig.
And it's at the service center, not at your guys' office, right?
Correct. Yep, at the USDA Service Center. You come in on the south side of Marketplace Mall. That's the new entry. If you come in from the north side, where it used to be, you'll end up in Once Upon a Child, and so you don't want to be there. Or maybe you do, but when you're done over there, come to the south side and come in on the south door. And we've got signage there. USDA, NRCS, and FSA and the SWCD have signage there. So walk through there, and you'll find us. We'll have some displays set up. We're going to have a ongoing PowerPoint of pictures, and also we're going to unveil or reveal. What's the proper terminology for our logo? We're working on a new logo for the SWCD. And
that sounds like a reveal.
Yeah, reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have my SWCD shirt on, but we haven't had a logo for quite some time, and we're working on a new one, and that'll be released that day. The board, we have a board meeting that morning, and they'll hopefully be approving that new logo, and we'll be displaying that at the event. And you even if you haven't worked with us, you're just interested in learning more about the work we have done through our office, show up. It's an open house. And
well, it's really a low-pressure situation, too. If you maybe wanted to get the ball rolling, talking with some of your staff, Dennis, that's a great way to do so.
Exactly. Yep. And so the staff will be there to visit with folks that are interested in what we do, and if they're interested in maybe pursuing a project through our office, we certainly are going to be there to take that information down.
Chris, you wanted to say something real bad. I could tell.
I did, because he's mentioned the PowerPoint presentation. If there's no other reason for you to come to the shindig, is because I'm sure in that PowerPoint presentation there will be Dennis with not white hair.
Oh,
so I mean, I think that would be would be a moment of silence that could be had for everyone, just to be able to see Dennis with actually hair that was darker. I'll leave that all up to you.
See, I don't know, though, because there was a picture posted by the SWCD on their Facebook page that we shared here on the KASM Facebook page, and it was him and the legend Cliff Mitchell in this very room. It was a different room, but it was like right here, and he was still awfully gray, and that was like late 90s. So I'm not certain that he didn't come out of the womb with gray hair. So
I'm hoping that there's something out there.
All I have to say is thanks, Mom.
The Fuchs roast continues here on Sarah's Party Line. Kelsey, when you look at an opportunity to meet local growers next or 2 Tuesdays from now, it's a great chance for you to get your foot and get your name, seen and out there.
Definitely. I'm very excited.
What where are you going to put her? Where are you going to? Is she going to be a greeter at the door, saying pick on the new girl, or what are you going to do?
Oh, she's going to be floating around the whole
Sure.
conference room, visiting with as many people as she possibly can.
Definitely.
The queen of the shindig, if you will. There we go. As Kelsey, when you look at through 2 weeks, is it kind of cool that you're starting during kind of harvest season?
Yeah.
Getting it going right before harvest season. Are you excited about that?
Definitely. I'm very excited.
Yeah. With the opportunity too, I know Dennis, planting season, it's a big part, but the inverse of that too, harvest season around the corner, such a big time in your guys' office.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We've had a lot of farmers approach us to, they're interested in planting cover crops this fall. It's probably getting a little bit late in the season to be planning that with us. We certainly can set you up for next year, but there is a lot of opportunity in the fall to get these things done, especially when it's nice like this. And we're hoping that we get some rain later for the folks that plant cover crops. And if not, you'd be amazed how cereal rye, with the minimal of moisture, can sprout and start growing next spring. I do want to mention, Kirby, that we do have another contest, a photo contest.
Ooh. Is Chris going to win with the pictures he's taking right now?
That's what kind of reminded me. The SWCD has a photo contest open until October 15th. And if you're interested, please visit our website. But I can just give you some brief information. We've got different categories. We have the ag category, wildlife habitat, lakes and rivers, and urban conservation. So if you're out and about in the next week or two, and before October 15th, and you snap some cool photos, visit our website, and it'll explain how to submit those photos. And the first place winner of each category will receive a $50 Visa gift card. And all first place winners will be entered into the Grand Champion category, with one winner receiving a $50 Visa gift card. So it's just another opportunity. And then these
What kind of photos are we looking for here?
So we're in the conservation business. So if you're out doing ag-related stuff,
Sure.
The winning photo last year was actually of a fawn out. So it would be wildlife associated.
Sure.
So that was just a beautiful photo of a young fawn, looking right at the camera, and it was awesome. So if you're capturing it's more of the natural resources. So if it's agriculture, anything from irrigation, the crops, the people, the planting, the harvesting, strip tilling, planting cover crops, any of that type of, on a beautiful sunset out there doing some field activities. For wildlife, like I mentioned, the fawn, which would have been a spring activity, but maybe you're out bow hunting and you see some things out there, or if you're going to start turkey hunting on Saturday and you just see some really neat scenes, capture them and send them to our office.
Chisel plow photo probably going to get you some egg on your face or something?
Yeah, if I see a moonbird plow, that's going to get tossed I'm not even going to look at it.
Not an entry.
Yeah.
Chris, when we talk about the wet summer of 2024, it was a great time for you guys to realize some low spots in people's land, back 40s and things of that nature. Did you get any progress with people maybe converting that back to some natural habitat?
I think that it made people aware of those areas. And I think that's important, is when you have areas that are just not
Producing.
You're just not producing anything. You're putting a lot more of your time and effort and dollars into something that you're not getting anything out of. Maybe it's time to look at something else as an alternative. And through the CRP program, that's a really great opportunity to basically restore those areas that aren't producing. One of those areas are wetlands. And if you have a wet hole that's in the back or even in the front that you aren't really doing any, there's just no production. Let's see if we can buffer that and we can put it into wetlands and we can work with it. And one nice thing about CRP is we can usually kind of make it fit your farming operation, so you're not going to end up with a lot of end rows or anything like that. We can kind of make it fit your farming equipment. So with a little bit of planning, a little bit of heads up on it, we can work with you to make it fit into your farming operation and remove that sink from your farming operation. So you can put your resources into places that are going to produce better.
And I just like the way you say it too, Chris, with, time, money, just the resources you put into an area. Maybe it's time to look at another alternative, a way to, and that's what your guys' office is all about.
Correct. And that's kind of what we work with producers on, is to kind of walk the land with them and see what's really working and what's not. And then those areas that are not working, why, and then what can we do to assist. In some instances, it's the side hills that they don't have the organic matter, or they don't have there's not much topsoil or anything like that left.
Sure.
So we can start working with like cover crops and nutrient applications and try to work on building up organic matter. I know some folks that have bale grazed on those side slopes to increase organic matter and increase that to make production a little bit better. And so over time, we can make improvements on the farming operation.
You see, Kelsey? You see the opportunity? Spin the microphone over. You see the opportunity you get when you talk to local growers here?
Exactly. It's amazing.
Fuji, what do you got? One more for the road. Private well screening event? Is that what that says?
Yes. I was so glad you brought that up. We have another activity.
Anything for you.
We have a private well screening event, and this is going to be Wednesday, October 23rd, and we probably don't have another KASM radio show until after that.
I think you're right after that. Yep.
So I want listeners to know, because we're going to be out in the Bruton area.
The day after that.
Yeah. So we're going to be at the Bruton Pavilion on Wednesday, October 23rd. And it's going to be from 1 to 6 p.m., and this is where you can bring in a water sample and have it tested for nitrates. And there's a lot of contaminants that we won't be testing for, but nitrates is the primary one that we typically see in our drinking water supply. And if you have too much of that in your drinking water supply, it can cause health problems, especially for infants. So if you can, get that on your calendar. And there's more, as I say always, there's more information on our website. But Wednesday, October 23rd, 1 to 6 p.m. You can bring your sample in over to the Bruton Pavilion in Bruton, Minnesota. The cost is free, and we encourage pre-registration just so that we can get some information on the samples coming in, but it is not required. And the registration form is on our website, but you don't need to do that. If you have any questions about the private well testing screening event happening on Wednesday, October 23rd from 1 to 6 p.m. in Bruton, give us a call at 320-251-7800, extension 3.
Nailed it.
I just want to remind everybody, this is harvest season. We are traveling a lot on the roads. Make sure that you're aware the farm equipment's moving slower. If you're in the yards, make sure you're watching for little ones and adults, and making sure that you're paying attention when you're moving around. Want to have a safe harvest this year so we don't have any issues.
Give them some room.
Yep, give them room, and make sure when you're in that farm site and you're moving your semi-trucks and your tractors and everything, make sure you're paying attention.
Kelsey, is it going to be Love or Willis on Sunday? Who's playing?
Willis.
Well, backup quarterback versus the number 2 defense in the league. I like our chances, Fuji.
Yeah, this is starting to look real good.
I don't know. Willis is looking good.
Yeah, whatever. Not playing Indy and Tennessee anymore.
No.
Dennis, we appreciate your time here today. Of course, Chris and Kelsey as well. Once more, before I kick you out of here, the anniversary party is the 8th, 2
Correct.
until 4.
Yes. The open house, Tuesday, October 8th, from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Marketplace Mall, where we're located, the U.S. Day Service Center. And we'll have a happy hour over at the Backshed Brewery from whenever we get there, 4:30, 5 o'clock, happy hour. So hopefully listeners can join us. We'd love to have you for our 75th anniversary. It's been a great time, and KASM has been such a great supporter. And the listeners, let's do another 75 years.
Getting him to the brewery is never the issue. It's getting him out of the brewery. That's the task.
We'll arrange for a wheelchair and
There
walk.
we go.
We'll be okay.
Inch his way out of here.
Uber.
There we go. Kelsey Tufto, Chris Hogge, as well as Dennis Fuchs. Thanks for joining me here today, okay?
You bet, Kirby. Thank you.
You got it. That is on Sarah's Party.